We were asking him, how you feeling today, brother?
Feeling good, feeling groovy.
Yeah. What is groove to those out there who don't know what it is? Pay attention.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, and if you missed it, rewind, because we ain't gonna say it again.
I'm Nellie Bethel.
I'm Yoda Jones. We work at Michael Jackson 1 of Cirque du Soleil. Born in New Orleans, raised in LA. Dancer, artist, love to create. I'm just here now, living in Vegas.
You could also say how you're an incredible dancer who is trained in classical Indian and popping, and that you've toured with Paul McCartney, worked for Chris Brown and all these other things. That's okay. I'll say that for you. I am from Copenhagen, Denmark originally, and I've been out here in the States for 10 years time, where we met the first time I came to LA on a dance floor in a cypher somewhere, and we've just been friends and connected ever since. We have a hungry heart for creating something ourselves that will honor the underground scene that we both met in and love so much. The inspiration behind our piece is directly translated to how we feel that no matter where you're from in the world and what culture you are coming from, you can always relate to each other across borders and cultures, and that art and music and movement always brings us together. And we feel like it's a really important time to remind people to greet each other with curiosity and with love and not criticism. We're basically using the dancers that we got casted, that we're so excited about. We're using their skill sets and whatever languages they speak proficiently, because we also really want to respect each of those styles, because each individual style and skill set has a culture and a foundation and a technique behind it. And that's what we want to bring to ACS this year, is to show how, just like ballet, each style has its own technical foundation system, and there's similarities between all of them. So if we can find the commonalities between us, we can understand each other a little bit better.
Being a part of ACS for the past couple years, I've seen the impact, and it's really a beautiful thing. From Nevada Ballet to different type of Cirque artists and kids. It's cool to see the community, because I remember one time after one of the performances, and this older woman was talking to her friend, but she was saying how excited she was to see the kids, and it just makes her feel so happy. And it was really beautiful, because people come to the show because they know they can expect to see something collaborative and different, and they don't really know what they're gonna get.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal, and I love that it's reoccurring, and it's something that people can expect to look forward to come back to. I hope it keeps growing, and I hope they involve more people.
We're just really excited to bring our message to the stage this year and to be given an opportunity, and we hope that everybody out there feels it, how we feel it.
My name is Alec Lawson, and I work at Michael Jackson 1 by Cirque du Soleil. I decided to submit for ACS 2019 because I wanted to implement the fact that I also do video work, and I like to do projections and crazy stuff with visual effects. I like to implement choreography with that. So having that merge this year is it was a perfect fit for me. My history, it's a very short history. I did Moon and Manine's piece, I think a couple years ago, and that was awesome. And I saw the capabilities of the stage at Mystère, and I was like, oh, this could be something awesome. So that's what made me want to do it this year too, because I was like, I have to go back on that stage. So the inspiration for this piece this year was sci-fi. I wanted to show a live, immersive experience for the audience, because having artificial intelligence communicating with the actual audience and then things going wrong. You feel like you're watching something that's supposed to be so commercial and then it just breaks down in front of you and you're like, what's going on? The audience should have a feeling of what's gonna happen next. And that's kind of the story too, is like these scientists who are really goofy are trying to show off these nice robots and they end up breaking and showing that dancers are not meant to be replaced as robots, pretty much. As a society, we are always on our phones, we're always on a computer, we're always doing something that is distracting us. Why would we want to go see a live show that's full of holograms and things that aren't real? You want to go have a true experience. The reason why I wanted the whole beginning of this piece to be so robotic, to show off the fact that we are distracted and that eventually these things will come to an end and there's things that are bigger and better than looking at a screen all the time. I expect to gain as a choreographer this year a sense of getting people to know what I do more, because I have done this a lot in Los Angeles for years, like starting when I was as little as 16 years old. I was putting on pieces at shows and events and putting a lot of money into it and time, and it kind of taught me how to put on a show. And so now I feel that I can come here on a big platform such as Cirque and NBT and really show the magnitude of my ideas and creations. I know from experience now how to do these things for a little budget. I've done it on no budget before, but now I have a vision for that. I'm trying to figure out the words to say this right.
Hi, I'm Benjamin Tucker.
And I'm Sylvain Colette.
And we are choreographers for this year's Choreographers Showcase. Going into my 6th year with the company, I've done the project each of the last 6 years. I think that the really cool thing about the project is each year we get to work with different individuals from Cirque and MBT and all walks of the performance community here in Las Vegas, and I think that's a really cool thing.
Last year was the first year I ever worked with ACS. I saw some shows in the prior years. I was starting my interim as a production manager at NBT, and that was the first show of the season. So my history with ACS is fairly short, which is 12 months.
Well, I'm all about arts collaboration, and I wanted to create some new art with my friend Sylvain, so I asked him if he wanted to do something with me.
And I said yes, of course.
That we wanted to explore with the piece is how climate change is affecting our planet and sort of shrinking the habitable space that we have to live in. And what we wanted to do is sort of explore what would happen if the stage space that we had to perform on was getting smaller and smaller. And so we're going to try to explore that and see where we can go.
It's always great, I think, for the community to gather in one space and all together experience a live event that only the people in that space are witnessing, and they're going to leave the theater with that feeling that we're going to try to give them throughout that piece.
My name is Tiffany De Alba, and I work at The Beatles' Love by Cirque du Soleil. My piece is called Cocoon, and essentially it is about the self-work that needs to be done in order to transition from one phase into the next phase of your life. I've performed as a dancer for 2 years, and this year I decided to choreograph because I felt the theme of evolution and transition really spoke to me where I am artistically and personally in my life. I found a song that I fell in love with, and I decided to watch the music video, and at the very top of the video, a butterfly flew past, and that was the beginning of the video, and something just clicked in my mind, and I thought, cocoon.
You're gonna push 3, 4, 5, 7.
I have my dancers wrapped in a lot of material that will eventually unravel and create a larger cocoon. I'm really excited to just explore my idea with my dancers and to see what they're evolving in their life and how their stories will change and morph with my story as well. It's such a wonderful platform for us to be able to create and to step outside of what we normally do, and also to collaborate with the ballet dancers and their strong technique in what they do, and with the multitude of techniques that we have here in Cirque, and bring that together and see how it can flourish.